There are two lock Pawl cylinders in the R230 top. This one here is on the left side driver's side, on the left roll bar support. The one on the other side also has the roll bar support cylinder next to it. Now, the failures of these lock Pawl cylinders are way underestimated. They happen to have tiny seals in them which decay extra fast. And when they leak, well, the fluid shoots down the roll bar support. It takes forever to end up on the floor because whatever runs down the roll bar support then spreads in the rocker panels of the car, and it takes way over a quart of fluid loss before anything even drips on the ground. So if you have a leak where you can't figure out where it is, almost surely it's the lock Pawl cylinders. The seals that Top Hydraulics puts in there are much longer living, so we don't expect that they will fail again during the lifetime of any R230. So, access to these lock Pawls you get after you take off the trim panel around the roll bar, and at this point it is extremely easy to remove these lock Pawl cylinders and replace them if you use Top Hydraulics cylinders with the built-in direct coupler. Let me show you. To remove the cylinder, you grab it with two fingers, turn it 90 degrees, pull it out. Now it's a little awkward for me. I'll reach around the roll bar here and grab the cylinder with my right hand. Now we want to take this plastic clasp off that is used to secure the lock Pawl cylinder in the roll bar support. That's easily taken off. Here we go. We'll just have to put it back on in the end. And now it is just too easy. Here's the replacement from Top Hydraulics with the built-in direct coupler. So all we need to do is cut this hose cleanly, push it into the direct coupler, fasten the lock nut on the coupler, and install it back into the roll bar. If you don't do this, it's a bit of a pain to trace these hoses back to the pump, because there are some tight spaces from here to the pump that require you to remove just the right trim, and for that, for example, you have to lower the top in order to get the trim piece with the hinge cover off, and it is just frustrating. So you're very well advised to do these direct couplers. There's another reason. When you remove the hoses for the lock Pawl cylinders from the pump, that is the retaining plate in the rear of the pump towards the rear of the car, that normally has line 100 under pressure. When you take line 100 out of the pump, suddenly you have a bunch of fluid squirting out of it, and you may be losing the port seal and port seal bushing on the pump, and there you have another mess at your hand. So much easier to just use the direct coupler. Now let me demonstrate. We use a flush cutter. Cut about 1/8 of an inch from the metal fitting. Give it a nice clean cut. Get our replacement cylinder here. What we do is we unscrew the lock nut from the direct coupler, put the lock nut on the hose first, then we push the hose into the direct coupler. It's a pushing and twisting action. You can see through the slots that are cut into the coupler sleeve whether your hose is in all the way. It has bottomed out now, so now all I need to do is first screw this nut on by hand as far as I can. Then I use two 10mm wrenches and tighten the lock nut until it bottoms out. Sorry if I'm getting in the way of the camera here. Trying my best to stay out of the way, and it makes things kind of awkward, especially having one hand going around the roll bar here. But We're almost done. It gets to be pretty tight here at the end because we are exerting a lot of pressure on this hose with this coupler that we are testing at top hydraulics to last up to way more than 10,000 psi, which is an amazing amount of pressure. The pump in your top puts out about 2,500 psi. So we turn this cylinder such that it fits in here again, and turn it and it's in place. Ta-da!